Mad that. Bloody hell. Bus on fire. No police in sight. No fire brigade.
I'm still keep swearing because I'm not fuming, because this shouldn't be happening.
Crazy, innit? Just having a big street party.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your first time around here. So we have in court this morning none other than, well, this guy whose name is Lustin Dobre, who's charged with violent disorder and arson with behaving recklessly to endanger life. So he's about to appear in court, so we're going to get ourselves down here, get into court. Got my trusty notepad with me. I'm on my own today, there's no news now Yorkshire, and depending on how quick this gets dealt with, there's also a sentencing going on over at the Crown Court with the Just Stop Oil idiots, I'm just going to call them. So yeah, anyway, we're just outside the Magistrates Court here, so I'm just going to get my son inside, and yeah, let's see what happens. So I've just waited in court for around about 30 minutes, and Mr. Dobre, the defendant, has now arrived at court. However, the interpreter, which has been required, is not able to get to the court till 2 PM, so the case has been stood down until then. However, we've got Leeds Crown Court here just in front of me, and we've got some Just Stop Oil protesters getting sentenced, so let's go check this out. A large group of the Just Stop Oil protesters that are here to show support for their moronic comrades, let me say. So I've been made aware by Milo that the person's getting sentenced for climbing onto a train at Drax power station. So I assume the charge is something on the lines of you know, impeding national infrastructure. It's expected that it's going to receive an immediate custody today. Hopefully the judge will throw the book at her and they'll learn a fucking lesson, but we will see. Guys, I'll check back in with you in a rolling more. Excuse. What's the outcome?
Conditional discharge.
A conditional discharge. Okay, now.
Hello. I didn't realise. Last time we were at the funeral thing, I didn't realise that we'd run into each other previously.
Yeah.
On that crazy evening.
Yeah. You're just getting up some images.
Yeah. As I say, that was funny that night.
You mean the early morning thing? Yeah.
I had no fucking idea what was going on.
What's the outcome?
Conditional discharge.
A conditional discharge.
I'm usually the one who's taking photos of like actions going on around like
No, stop.
Here is the family of Dustin.
No, it's my family, yes. But he's getting the children. He's taking the children.
I've no idea what it was on about there. Security of children or something it says. Anyway, as you can see, we've just left court where Lustin Dobre appeared before a judge, and the court was told that obviously on the night of the 18th of July violent disorder broke out in Leeds. It is reported that the local residents became outraged after some children aged unknown were forcibly removed from their family home by police and social services. Leeds City Council have announced that they have launched an urgent review into the handling of the removal of said children. Lustin Dobre, 37 years old, of Clifton Mount in Harehills, was charged on Saturday evening with 2 offences, one being violent disorder and the second being arson with reckless as to endanger life. So attending at court, as you just seen, were Mr. Dobre's family members. The judge who was residing over the case was Judge Tim Capstick, who was sat alone on the bench. Capstick. Mr. Dobre was represented by Akif Akbar of Tyler Hoffman Solicitors. There was also 3 members of the West Yorkshire Police team in court who were liaising with the Crown Prosecution Service. Mr. Dobre appeared in the dock wearing police-issued clothing. He spoke only to confirm his name, date of birth and address. The Justice Clerk told Mr. Dobre that the arson can only be heard in the Crown Court due to the seriousness of the offence, which is indictable. Mr. Dobre has then indicated a not guilty plea to all charges, and the judge had questioned the fact that he is on video setting fire to a bus.
Doing? Yo! What are you doing? Jesus, Jesus, look at the guys, Jesus.
So, is it wise that he wants to make such a claim? Which he stuck to it. Mr. Dobre claims that it was just a prank and he had no intention of actually starting a fire. Furthermore, the address that he provided of Clifton Mount was actually fake. Police checked out the address and it was told to the court that this was in fact a lie. Now, Mr. Akbar from Just Hoffman asked the judge to grant bail to his client and said that he was a single caregiver to his children and he was the breadwinner to the household. The case was stood down for 10 minutes while some further checks could be attempted in relation to the new address that was being provided of 26 LS8 4JQ. The court hearing was then adjourned for a short period of time where further checks could be carried out in relation to the new address that was being provided. The court heard that the defendant had handed himself into the police, but the judge actually caught out that this was also a lie, that Mr. Dobre was actually apprehended by police at a bus stop. The court was informed that Mr. Dobre has indefinite leave to remain in the UK. He's a single dad of 2 children. He works as a builder 6 days a week. He's got no previous convictions in the UK, but does have a conviction in Romania from about 6 years ago. The judge stated to the court and spoke to Mr. Dobre personally: you are 37 years old, you do not have any convictions, you're charged with very serious offences, and you will have to appear before the Crown Court on the 19th of August. Due to the seriousness of the offence and the large-scale public interest into the offence, despite your care-giving responsibilities to your children, I'm not willing to give you bail and you are remanded into custody. So Mr. Dobre will now remain in custody at HMP Leeds until the 19th of August, where he will be taken to the Crown Court for a plea and case management hearing, and then a trial date will then be set. As always, guys, that is that one, you know. Marti B on the ground, getting them scoops. Guys, until the next one, as always, stay safe, peace and respect.